to be respectful of athletes, umpires, and spectators, and all the sporting fans. Thank you for your cooperation. As a reminder, tobacco, alcohol, and electronic vaping devices are strictly... All right, I'm your timer guy. You let me in.
I think it's open on this side.
And as a reminder, food and beverages are available for your next pleasure near the entrance to the stadium. At more than reasonable prices, as almost everything is $1.
Chris vanished. Well, we got a Chandler parent trying to corral a clock volunteer. We know what to call the scoreboard. Not no problem.
I'm like, I don't know what, how advanced you say, which What's that? I know, right?
It's time for AGLA Championship Football. Yeah, coaches and players, we appreciate your support and attendance in tonight's final playoff game between the Desert Vista Thunder Let's introduce the roster for both teams. First, number 3 ranked team that made it to the championship game by scoring 9 straight goals in the semi-final victory. The Desert Vista Thunder. Sophomore midfielder, AGLA. Sophomore midfielder, number 5, Ryan Delgado. Junior attacker, number 6, Chandler. Number 7, junior midfielder, number 11, Jackie junior attacker, number 12, Myra Pepper. Number 13, Issa. Number 14, Varsity. Junior midfielder, number 15, Arcadia. Number 17, freshman defender, number 18, number 19, number 21, number 23, sophomore attacker, number 34, Alyssa Lowe. Senior attacker, number 77, Anna Rattenberger. A junior goalie, number 1, Alyssa Rodriguez. Number 31, Grace Bauer. Is Corey Gray. Senior attacker, number 50, Victoria Chandler. Freshman midfielder, number 17, sophomore defender, number 18, Copa. Junior defender, number 19, Megan Sue. Senior midfielder, number 21, Sienna White. Junior attacker, number 23, Alicia. Freshman midfielder, number 24, Nora. Freshman defender, number 30, Elise Sherman. Number 31, Victoria Denton. Junior defender, number 55, Madeline Hanson. Sophomore goalie, number 11, Issy. And a senior goalie, number 44, Sam Huskies, Ellen King. The assistant coach is Kelly Beckers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chandler Huskies. And at this time, to honor America, we have yesterday. Please rise. Please remove your hat. For the play.
A champion will be crowned tonight in the Arizona Girls Lacrosse Association, but the question is, will it be the Chandler Huskies to defend their title after not losing in Arizona since 2023, or will the Desert Vista Thunder come in and dethrone the reigning champ? Hello and welcome everybody alongside Campbell Klein. I'm Zach Warhack. And Campbell, these two teams have made it through this gauntlet of a season to the final game. Chandler riding their high horse, undefeated all season, all the way back through 2024. And Desert Vista had the comeback of a lifetime against Chaparral just earlier this week.
Yeah, I mean, Chandler is definitely the team that has it all to lose today. I mean, DV really came out of that last game strong and fired up, ready to go for this game. So Chandler's got to continue to ride that high of this undefeated season, but also make sure that they're able to stop these really fast, intense attempts at goal here from DV.
Chandler and Desert Vista, two programs rich with history. Desert Vista won the state championship back in 2021, and as we know, the Chandler Huskies looking to defend their title tonight. But both of these teams, they want to be the very best like no one ever was, Campbell.
Absolutely. I mean, Chandler has definitely proven themselves as a program and has been able to come out of this all these years with tons of championships under their belt. They definitely have experience in this exact situation, and we should be able to see some of that composure leak into tonight.
Speaking with both coaches prior to the game, Ellie King of Chandler and Tori Graves of Desert Vista, what we're looking at in a close-up will be the determining factor, the draw control. And in the circle right now, Ava Witt and Olivia Opart looking to go at it. But it depends how their teammates can rally around the ball and the adjustments that can be made on the perimeter. Crowd going wild early. We look to get things set and underway for the 2025 Arizona Girls Lacrosse State Championship. We are underway as Witt and Opart go after it, and the opening possession goes to Chandler on the ground ball. Whittington gets all the way down to X, and you know Chandler loves to operate from this area of the field. Whittington comes in hard, bounce shot to the right corner, early for Chandler. They take the lead just 18 seconds into the game.
This draw here is really going to be that determining factor. As was said earlier, I mean, there's tons of experience for both teams on the draw here. Both teams having girls who've played for a long time, who've had a lot of experience with this position. DV in a little bit of a tough position right now. Their goalkeeper staring directly into the sun. Their defense is really going to have to stop with those players in front of her for the most part if they're going to want to see any stops from that side of the field.
That's a great observation. Alyssa Rodriguez in the cage tonight for Desert Vista, and as the sun's setting, just glaring into her eyes. Tough to see any shot. Whittington went to the ground with the opener just 18 seconds into the game, and it's back-to-back draw control wins for Ava Witt, the ASU commit. This time a little less tempo from Chandler as they get set up in the attacking zone, and they look to work it around. Durgee works things over to Dilworth and then back up top to Goon. Goon, just a freshman, getting reps in this championship matchup. Witt with a nice dodge, looking for the open shot, flip back to Whittington, and a foul on the far side of the field. A push will slow things down and be a free position for Chandler.
DV going to really have to limit these fouls inside the 8-meter here. We really want to limit the amount of times that this Chandler offense gets a freebie from that 8-meter.
Ava Witt sets up the free position look. Witt goes after it, unleashes a hyper beam, and it's 2-0 Chandler early on. Just a minute and 14 seconds into the game, and Chandler on top 2-0. And I think the big thing to highlight, Campbell, is their two best players are the ones who have scored.
Definitely. I mean, these girls, both of which commits, definitely have some serious firepower coming onto this side of the field on the offense, and giving them these opportunities from inside that 8-meter on the 8-meter are really going to be tough.
We know that there's a match on the opposite side of the field with Jackie Jimenez as well as Olivia Opart, but it comes down to can you get a draw control to be able to set that offense up. Good battle for the ground ball this time around. And we get a whistle, and it's a continuation. Whittington driving all the way to the cage, and the officials slow things down, and they'll have him bring it back.
Looks like we had an early entry from Chandler over that line before possession was actually secured off of that draw, so DV's going to get the ball.
That's huge for Desert Vista. Unable to win a draw control up to this point, 0 for 3. And an errant pass, but the ground ball ends up being corralled by Fran Cortese, and now she flies down the left wing. Cortese dumps off to Cortese. Yes, the sisters playing together in a state championship game. That has to be something awesome to watch as a parent. Opart trying to free up the left hand on the inside, but a great defensive stand. Desert Vista stay composed with the possession, and now it's lost. A good check up top by Mia Doyle, but the possession regained by Desert Vista as they slow it back down, take it up top, and look to settle in offensively. Jimenez works for a pass on the inside. Doyle back-to-back ground balls in the defensive zone, and now Chandler off and running.
Really nice spacing here on the transition. You're really seeing both teams use the entire field here as they move the ball up.
Both teams starting to play physical defensively, leaving it all on the field in a championship matchup. Foul called, we slow things down, and Whittington sets up to take it. Whittington into Witt, and a big save by Rodriguez. The first one Rodriguez has really been able to see tonight. She gets that top hand strong, able to make a save and slow things down. But a delayed whistle, and it looks like Chandler will maintain possession. Whittington to take the free position this time around. Whittington goes high with it, sails it. Good backup by Doyle. Fight for the ground ball right around the crease, and Witt comes out of it with the scrum.
These ground balls inside the 8-meter making a huge difference for both of these teams as they played in the semifinals this past week.
Chen, free position, goes up top with it. And 3 different goal scorers for Chandler with just 8:08 left in the first. Victoria Chen gets a tally.
Both teams really going to have to work on limiting these fouls inside that 8-meter. We saw that DV is going to be able to drive in and push really hard from those semifinals on Tuesday, and Chandler showing that they're going to do the same. DV getting a few more fouls inside tonight than they got in that semifinal game.
And a big determining factor on that possession, like you mentioned, it was the ground balls. Chandler lost it a couple of times, had the backup on the shot that went over the cage, but they were just there, able to scoop it up and keep the possession alive. What a win by Ava Witt, goes up top to get it, and she's flying down the field in transition. Chen settles in offensively after just scoring the previous goal, and she's being rode tough. Issa Allison, the sophomore, in on defense. Whittington inside, Witt. What a stick that time around by Olivia Opart.
That's the kind of thing we want to see from inside the 8-meter from DV.
Chen with the trail check, and she gets possession right back. She tracks down Cortese, and you expand all that energy to get down the field, and now Chandler look to work it back the other direction. That last defensive possession for Desert Vista, what an incredible job by Olivia Opart, getting her stick in the shooting lane. It never even made it to Alyssa Rodriguez. She deflected it wide of the cage, and that's what sprung the transition for Desert Vista. They couldn't make it down into the attacking zone, and now Chandler looked to extend the lead to 4 halfway through the first.
DV definitely no stranger to this kind of start to a game. We saw an early lead from Shap during those semifinals on Tuesday. I'm sure that they're going to be able to come out of this handling the pressure just as they did in those semis.
Ground ball inside the 8. Who's going to come up with it? Good win that time by Jackie Jimenez, and now it comes down to the clear and ride. Witt with the interception, looks inside, quick feed and a goal. They capitalize on the turnover. It's Lily Durgee.
Fantastic read there by Chandler. You can see as that ball's getting cleared out, elongating her stick there, picking it off super quickly, eyes up, immediately seeing that inside, and a quick finish to that top left side of the cage.
It's 4 goals early on for Chandler, and I think the most surprising thing out of it is it's 4 different goal scorers. We're so used to the Ava Witt and Sienna Whittington show. Not tonight. Everybody has to contribute in a state championship environment, and Chandler getting production from everywhere.
Chandler really doing a great job in finding those open players, no matter who they are, working together as a unit super well on offense right now.
Back to the draw control. Jimenez has 100 of them on the season, but Witt's been dominant in the circle tonight. Check comes down on top, and Whittington able to have the fast restart. Bronze dumps it down to Durgee, and now she has her head up the entire way from the X. She finds Goon, just the freshman, as she works it across the arc, and a good stick defensively by Issa Allison. She's had an impact early on, a good stick, but another free position now to Chandler. Chandler looking to work things slow off the restart from the free position. Second save of the night, but it gets shoveled in on the ground ball. A tough one to go in as Rodriguez makes the initial stop, but gives it up trying to scoop it.
Huge bummer for DV there, but really fantastic first save as we watch that replay. Just bounces right off of her though. And that's why we don't want to see that pass back right in front of the cage. If anything, we're going to flick it to either side of the pipe, on the outside, of course, to ensure that that doesn't happen, because no matter how good of a goalie you are, with all of my experience playing goalie, you know that that could happen any day, anytime.
You saw Issa Allison try and shovel it back into the crease to get possession and initiate the clear, and Rodriguez just wasn't ready for it. The credit will go to Whittington for her second of the night. She got the scoring started. And now with 4:59 left in the first, it's a 5-0 lead for Chandler. Whittington with another win off the scoop from Ava Witt. And Desert Vista look to buckle down defensively. Issa Allison has been the star of this defense, blocking a couple shots, getting a stick into the passing lane. Desert Vista looking for a crucial stop in the first quarter. Whittington initiates the dodge and leaves it down for Goon. Goon being rode by Jimenez, and it's a whistle behind the cage. Feed inside, tic-tac-toe. What a finish from Mia Doyle. Picks up her 20th of the season.
DV has got to make sure that they're on these cutters here. As you see Karis start from behind at X there, she just barely has to pop in, sees that nice big target from Mia Doyle. Mia snatching it like she always does and sending it to that mid-right side of the cage.
A great feed from Karis and a timeout taken on the side of Desert Vista. 4:03 left in the first. A 6-0 lead for Chandler, and we'll step away. A 6-0 lead for Chandler early on in the state championship game, and another big draw control here. They look for the ground ball. Witt goes for it, and Desert Vista come up with it. A delayed whistle and a nice job by Jackie Jimenez.
That
Able
was
to corral
definitely
it.
more the battle that we have been looking for since the beginning of this game.
And now Desert Vista looking to open things up offensively. They trailed by 7 in the third quarter in the semifinal against Chaparral. They came back and won it. They'll need to start mounting a comeback early on here. Inside, good look, bounce shot, and there's the momentum. Olivia Opart gets it done, and a big goal to start the comeback and cut the lead to 5.
This team has tons of offensive firepower from the top of that 8-meter. Able to work together really nicely, come off with those super hard drives, and fire these shots from further out in that 8-meter arc.
You can hear the roars all the way in Portland, Maine, as Olivia's parents, unable to attend tonight, they're at her older sister's graduation. Allie, a Desert Vista alum graduating from the Maine College of Art and Design in Portland, Maine. So congratulations to Allie. Your sister just got one on the board. Desert Vista now looking to string things together in the draw control circle. It was a big win from Jimenez. Previously, she battled through contact and able to maintain possession. Ava Witt looks to make adjustments as well, but that one is one as clean as it can be. Tess Cortese starts the fast break, and the timeout looking to pay dividends for Desert Vista. Opart looks to start a dodge, and she's backed out by Karis Goon. Goes at it again, and the slide comes. The ball works down to X. Both fan bases getting loud as Desert Vista maintain possession, and they'll have a free position. The whistle goes against Megan Zhu.
We're going to really see how well Chandler recovers right here, having to honor that penalty and move in to pick her back up.
Alyssa Roach had the game-winning goal against Chaparral, and she sets up on this free position now. Roach inside, sweet move, but a big save. It's Izzy Keys O'Sullivan. We saw her make plenty saves like that just a year ago against Higley in the state championship game. At it again, but a failed clear. Desert Vista in transition. Jimenez, eyes up, and she has to back out. A good job not to force anything by Jackie Jimenez.
Really nice looks here by DV as they make those drives, really looking to move that ball quicker.
Inside feed, and it slips out of the stick of Cortese, but Desert Vista maintain possession, and they're starting to settle into this game. Jimenez splits to her left, fires, what a goal! Jackie Jimenez stings the top side of the net.
Fantastic goal there by Jackie Jimenez. I mean, that is what we are talking about with this DV offense. They're able to even just get a couple steps ahead and fire these balls into the back of the net. You see Jackie with an excellent split dodge there, getting into that left hand, firing back, and hitting that top left corner. More difficult shot to save for that keep.
I don't know anybody that's stopping that shot. So much pace and accuracy from Jackie Jimenez, the SDSU commit. And she's still got a year left, only a junior. They say it's a game of runs, and right now momentum on the side of Desert Vista after back-to-back draw control win. Another clean one, and Jackie Jimenez starts the run. Tess Cortese in transition with the fast break. An errant pass that time, and now Whittington looks up to Witt to go the other direction. 70 seconds left in the first quarter.
DV DV causing enough chaos there to have this slow breaking down onto their defensive end.
Bronze gets the ground ball and loses it. This is up for grabs. Another battle. It's the fundamentals you work on every day in practice, and that time Bronze makes up for her own mistake and scoops it back up. 40 seconds left. We'll see how quick Chandler want to work or if they want to settle in and take the last shot of the quarter. Chen has it blocked away, but she looks to get it back. And a foul called, 25 seconds. Desert Vista going to have to work fast to get all the way upfield. The ball travels quicker than your feet do. They show her with an opening pass. Becker has 3 defenders on her. Inside and the ball lost. Just 10 seconds left. Not sure if there's going to be enough time to do anything. What an electric finish to the first quarter. A late whistle, and that's something that'll play into the second quarter. A card, and that goes the way of Olivia Opart. That's not the way you want to end the first with just 0.7 of a second left.
No, not the smartest decision there. I mean, there is that opportunity in front of the cage, but without the whistle even being blown by the referee, you do not want to jump the gun there.
A 6-2 lead for Chandler as we end the first quarter, and they'll start with an extra attacker. As we head into the second quarter, we'll step away. All the action right here on South Mountain Lax.
My name's Kai Jenagabis, and you're watching South Mountain Lacrosse Network. The first quarter of play here in the finals is officially done. So far, the Chandler Huskies lead 6-2. A great back half, however, by the Desert Vista Thunder. Great goals, too, by Jackie Jimenez, adding up to her highlight reel and furthering her commitment to SDSU. We saw another great goal, too, by Ava Witt, and already someone who's knocking on a hat trick, unsurprisingly, Sienna Whittington, the other ASU commit on this Chandler Huskies squad. We'll be back with more second quarter action, and don't forget to stay around too for the halftime show where we'll be doing live in-person interviews too with number 15 for Desert Vista, Olivia Opert, as well as number 4, Ava Witt, the ASU commit. We'll be back with more ALGL lacrosse finals.
A 6-2 lead for Chandler as we enter the second quarter here on South Mountain Lax. It's 2025 state championship action, an action we have had as we go back and forth between Chandler and Desert Vista. Teams switch sides, and Desert Vista down as Olivia Opart in the box to start, but a big draw control win. An attacker down, and Jimenez battles and gets a free position. That's about as good of a start as you could have to this quarter for Desert Vista.
Really nice start there. I mean, Jackie Jimenez on the center hash.
Jimenez up the middle, bounce shot, and Keys O'Sullivan saw it the whole way.
Fantastic save there. Jackie had all that angle. Izzy really had to focus in on that shot.
Big composure from Keys O'Sullivan, and now it's the transition game from Mia Doyle. Doyle back up top to Whittington, and she moves it along. Patience from Chandler as Karis Goon works with it now. Goon inside, a turnaround, and that one's lost. Fight for the ground ball, the battle won momentarily by Desert Vista. Otsuji gets it, works it up, and now Jimenez has a lot of space. Fires a deep pass on the hop, and received well. Elise Matthews works left to right. Great clearance from Desert Vista as they're looking for the penalty to be released, and they draw a free position opportunity.
Ref saw that extension of the arms on that defensive end, giving Elise that opportunity from that hash.
Matthews hesitates a second, and I think they get Megan Zhu for going a little bit early, and we'll set things right back up how they were. Keys O'Sullivan barking out commands from the cage how she wants this defended. Matthews looks for the pass back inside, and a big save by Keys O'Sullivan, but not before we get another whistle.
Keys in the goal, really having a stance that opens up that 5-hole, really anticipating that to happen coming from the 8-meter.
Quick restart, fires to the bottom left side. Tess Cortese finds her name on the score sheet.
Really beautiful placement here on the shot. Tess, just a sniper, finding that bottom right corner of the net. This midi lineup, a ton of experience together. All three girls I've coached together in that circle. The way that they work together is unrivaled. No surprise at all that they've been cracking down on this draw and have been able to come out with it the last few times.
Just an insane turn of events to begin the second quarter as Desert Vista kills the penalty, earn a couple free position opportunities, and now cut the lead in half. They trailed as much as 6-0 early on in the first, and now they've cut it to a 6-3 deficit. Made a lot of adjustments in the draw control circle. We will see if they continue to go in favor of Desert Vista. Witt pops it up high. Whittington has been great on the ground tonight, and she wins another ground ball for a moment. Wow, what hustle by Jackie Jimenez on the far side. Jimenez looks down low with a quick pass. Unable to be handled, but corralled by Susie. Desert Vista work the tempo now and get the ball into your best player's stick. Good feed inside, backed out by Matthews, and another free position opportunity awaits.
Great composure there by Matthews, getting all the way inside to that middle to earn herself center hash.
Matthews takes the shot, seen well by O'Sullivan. Third save of the evening for Izzy.
Going to have to do better than that stick side high if you're shooting against Keys O'Sullivan.
Chandler looking for a fast break opportunity in transition. They settle in and wait for numbers. Megan Zhu dumps back to Whittington. Witt inside to Whittington. Pass a little bit ahead. She's able to handle it. It's a combination you see a lot of throughout the year for Chandler.
We're going to see that patience on the feet, sees that nice wide open target in the middle, quick pullback and release to that off stick side for our keeper.
It's a second quarter hat trick for Sienna Whittington as she's adding on to an incredible year. The senior midfielder headed to ASU. She had 4 goals in the first against Higley, and she puts up 3 in the first half tonight.
DV doing a great job on the draw control here, sending numbers to ball, overwhelming that ball carrier if it is going to Chandler, and being able to pick it up in the scrap.
Scott Pekich gives us the whistle, and we get back underway with another possession going to the way of Chandler. Fast break, quick feed inside. Bronze couldn't handle the pass, and now Rodriguez looks for a deep clear. That one intercepted.
Looks like we might have an offsides call here. Nice, just had to evaluate.
Yeah, Pekich called the timeout, the official timeout. Got things settled in, and Chandler do maintain possession after the whistle. Witt works backwards, gets a pick, doesn't decide to use it. Circles around, feed inside, sidearm. Wow, what a save by Rodriguez. Able to just close the gap on the 5-hole. That's a big win.
Huge save there as we watch this ball come back around. Able to catch it on that inside of her left leg. Barely does not pass that line in the cage.
Karis Goon had the opening, took the shot, and just caught too much of Alyssa Rodriguez. Numbers on the way for Desert Vista. Jimenez feeds down, and they work it to X, a spot they're so comfortable initiating from. Ball up top, dodge down, and pass down low. Matthews inside feed, and a big save by Keys O'Sullivan. Another chance for Opart. Big ground ball from Maddie Hansen as she looks to initiate the clear for Chandler.
Really great save there once again by Keys O'Sullivan, maintaining that beautiful posture in the cage, helping her get a piece of that.
Keys O'Sullivan eyes up the entire way on this clear, and we'll see how Desert Vista elect to ride. Mia Doyle has had an impact on this game, and she's flying through midfield. Pass back, Whittington unable to handle it. Ground ball won by Bronze, but pressure is on. That's a great stick by Becker, and Desert Vista get it back on the caused turnover.
We've got to watch those horizontal contacts between these 30s here. Going to give the other team a free opportunity to get over that opposite restraining line.
Fran Cortese backs it up to midfield, and she awaits the whistle to restart and switches the pitch. Atsuji takes it, and she's being doubled up. Battles through contact, and now inside to Roach. Shot sails high and nails Heather Susi on the backside of the cage. That's one way to back up a shot.
Absolutely. Definitely not the most preferred, but we'll take what we can get, right?
A couple bruises just to show that you played in a championship game. Inside feed sails, and Chandler with the caused turnover. And Chandler get it on a delayed and a reset. Durgee finding Witt in space. Transition offense, pass inside. What a goal! Chandler extend the lead 8-3. And a great pass from Ava Witt to set everything up. And I will tell you, transition defense is one of the hardest things to perfect. You have to analyze every passing lane and decide, should I open it or should I keep it sealed? That time, Chandler break through.
Yeah, a lot of that communication starting from inside the crease there and moving its way up. Definitely really hard to defend. Knowing Desert Vista's style, though, of offense, know that this defense has a lot of experience working on slowing fast breaks down. As you see that midi lineup with Jackie, Tess, and Olivia, full head of steam coming in every time they get that draw possession.
A 5-goal lead now for Chandler as Durgee picks up her second of the evening. Draw control sails and the ground ball yet again being battled for. What a kick by Ava Witt just to free it and gain possession.
Really nice decision there, knowing she was swarmed by DV's midi lineup right behind her, kicking that ball out in front to get a nice clean pickup.
All the confidence in the world from this Chandler offense. They've been pouring it on 8 in the first half. Feed inside, a couple of fakes, that sails high. Who has the backup? An effort play, and they give it to Chandler. I think Nora Whittington was the one able to get the backup on it. Karis Goon backs it out, Chandler reset. Whittington loves the left, she gets it blocked up that time, but sets a great pick for Ava Witt. Witt looks to go inside, no room in the passing lanes, and a nice scoop from Alyssa Rodriguez in the cage.
Love seeing Alyssa move behind on that to give herself some more space and be able to get it out to those players on the side.
Full length passes and a good check by Whittington to free it up. A scrum at midfield. Desert Vista come up with them. They're down in numbers, but it doesn't matter. A battle through everything. Alyssa Roach. It was 2 against 4 on the offensive side for Desert Vista. Roach doesn't care and she puts it away.
Looks like Chandler slid away a little bit too early on this as you watch number 18 pop over to that far side. Really great composure and game awareness there as she sees those players move away and rolls right over the top, giving her that open lane.
Ever since the Jackie Jimenez bullet of a shot, everything has been down low from Desert Vista. I wonder if that's an adjustment that they made on the sideline, saying shoot low. What's the kind of conversation that happens there in between quarters?
You know, hopefully they're just looking at what's open in the cage. I always just tell my players, look for the net. Don't judge your shot in relation to the goalie. She can always change how she's standing. Just look for the open net. A little bit different having these black nets tonight, but finding that open net is all you really need.
Desert Vista looking to keep pouring it on. That's a tough loss of a ground ball. They'll have to battle to win it back, and Chandler gets the delayed whistle. Victoria Chen patiently waits to restart things.
DV gonna need to hold back some of this passion in the midfield here. Technically trying to look for ways that they can have advantage, but being called by the refs every time.
Big cause turnover by Issa Allison, and she's been a defensive superstar for Desert Vista tonight.
Issa's such a natural athlete here and a player who just has hustle for days.
She gets the restart, just 90 seconds left in the first half. Desert Vista looking to work quick and cut the lead to 3. Has to be a ground ball win here if you're Desert Vista. Chandler looked to defuse the situation. Jackie Jimenez comes up with it. Jimenez goes to her right and circles the cage. A delay here on the far side of the field. Jimenez looks back, and on a continuation, they slow things down. Clock running with 55 left in the first half.
Jimenez, definitely the player you want for this low angle. Oh, as they move her all the way back to the dot, definitely would have preferred to continue to have that play running with a wide open shot for Elise.
So Jimenez slows down, and Desert Vista have 45 ticks to work with. Jimenez gets a pick, doesn't do anything with it, and backs things out, passes it off. Opart tries her hand at a dodge now. Opart with the face dodge, tries to split two, and has to back out. Just 30 seconds left in the first half.
Really need to be careful not to get these charge calls. You see two players in front of you, they're maintaining their space, you gotta back out.
Chandler defense standing strong for the previous 30 seconds. They'll see if they can kill 19 more. Tess Cortese had the insurance goal against Chaparral. Has the ball in her stick right now. In the cradle, but loses it. And now the question is, how quick can Chandler work upfield? 10 seconds. Loose ball scooped up, 5 to shoot. Try to get anything on goal. Witt fires! Does she beat the clock? I believe the officials are calling it good on the buzzer beater.
Let's find out here with our replay.
9-4.
Yep, shot most definitely released before that play clock runs out. Gonna find a really nice 9th goal there for Chandler.
A huge finish to the first half from Chandler, and a big one from Ava Witt to beat the buzzer. And a 9-4 lead for Chandler as we head into halftime. Adjustments will be made on both sides. And you at home, well, you have the pleasure of getting the first half breakdown from our guy Kai. He'll have everything for you just around the corner.
Welcome back to South Mountain Lacrosse Network. My name is Kai Jenagabis, and it has been a phenomenal first half here in the finals between the Chandler Huskies and the Desert Vista Thunder. We've seen it all. We've seen Ava Witt score a hat trick, as well as the other ASU commit, Sienna Whittington, within just the first half. to South Mountain Lacrosse. My name's Kai. Joined alongside me, Ava Witt. It's been a great game so far for you guys, coming out 9-4. What's been the goal for that tonight?
I think honestly just staying together, working as a team, as a unit. I think we spend long nights on the field working on our chemistry on and off the field, and I think that really helps us connect, whether it's the passes in the transition or connecting in those feeds in the 8. And honestly, like without each other and my teammates, we wouldn't be able to be where we are right now.
Yeah, of course. And what's one of the goals going into the second quarter that you want to keep with yourself?
Yeah, I think intensity and fun. Like we do best when we're having fun. I think that's pretty much the one word to describe it.
Yeah, of course. And coming into this game, were you nervous at all getting prepared to play Vista that just came off of one of the hugest comeback wins this year?
Yeah, definitely. There's a little nerves coming into like state championship, but I'm really pumped to see that team work just as hard as we did to get here, and it's been a fun game, and yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ava. Have a great second.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to South Mountain Lacrosse for the second half of the halftime show. My name is Kai Jenagamis, joined alongside me Jackie Jimenez, who was the leader in one of the craziest semifinals I think I've ever seen. But to get things started here in the finals, you guys are trailing by 5. What's the mentality going into the second half?
Honestly, we really have to push ourselves here. It's a hot game, and I think our draws in the second quarter were much better. The first quarter, I don't even think we won one, but now we've kind of figured out their draws, and we just really have to work on getting it around and scoring.
Yeah, of course, and you guys going into this as well, obviously, Chandler being undefeated this year, was there any mental strains entering today about how you were going to go against this team?
Well, for me, there definitely was, but I think once I get going and once we begin playing, they all kind of just go away. It goes quiet.
Yeah, of course, and the momentum that you guys have built in the last 2 games has been phenomenal. Even here in the first quarter of play, we saw you guys kind of put up together a late rally, if you will. It's been great to watch you guys out there, but are you looking to get more aggressive here starting out in the second quarter?
Definitely. We're looking to push the ball and capitalize on our opportunities. We've had a lot, but we're just not scoring on them.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much, Jackie. Have a great second half.
Thank you, guys.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
incredible first half to start the Arizona Girls Lacrosse Association State Championship. Chandler on top 9-4 as we enter the second half, and it comes down to the draw control as it has all night. Ava Witt back in, a familiar face for Chandler, looks to set things up. We await the whistle and we get it. Chandler looked to win position early and off and running. More of a tempo start this time around for Chandler. Slow down the fast break, keep the legs fresh coming out of halftime. A delay there, but a matchup I love to see. Kind of a best-on-best scenario as Sienna Whittington goes against Jackie Jimenez. Whittington fires down low, kick save, and a beaut by Rodriguez. Looking for her team to bail her out with a ground ball one. Witt able to win it back, and Rodriguez will need to continue to stand tall.
Really nice ball movement coming out of that to get themselves settled nice and evenly back around that 8-meter. Chandler trying to find a lot of cuts from the back side there. Lots of picks being utilized as well.
Whittington gives a couple of fakes, passes inside, misses the cage, backed up nicely by Chandler. Karis Goon sets up a dodge. Inside, Goon sails it over the cage. A good look, and Chandler have come out firing early on in the second half.
Really nice pick there. Chandler looking to set their feet nicely, give enough time and space off of this right wing to look for their opportunities.
I think it's come to a point in the game where you're not going to successfully win on a one-on-one dodge a high percentage of the time, because Desert Vista, they've adapted.
Absolutely. They have so many strong dodgers within their own squad. I would assume that they'd be able to stop them.
Ava Witt splits a couple, looking for a call, doesn't get it, but she maintains possession. Now Jimenez out on an island, goes with a check down low, and that's going to get whistled every time. Jimenez just got down on the hands of Witt. It's a good check, it's just not legal.
Right, exactly. DV really having to clean up their checks, make sure that they're crossing their T's and dotting their I's when it comes to their exact form here.
Victoria Chen has one already tonight. That one goes high. And the back line covered well by Chandler.
Issa guarding her, really able to get her hands on Victoria's hands and not allow for her to pull her stick through to actually get a shot off on cage.
Good physicality. Witt goes low to low. What a finish from deep for Ava Witt. And that's number 3 on the night.
Really nice finish there. As we watch this replay, you'll see Tess Cortese sliding in, hands at waist level. We see that read there where we drop our stick instantly and find that bottom right corner of the net.
You talk about a superstar and the centerpiece of a team. Ava Witt involved on 7 of the 10 goals tonight for Chandler. She has 3 that she's put in herself and another 4 assists.
Really great both seeing her and Whittington going to my alma mater as they graduate from this Chandler program, seeing what kind of firepower they can add to that ASU offense.
.306 gone, and the opening strike of the second half comes from the side of Chandler. Ava Witt has to go up tall, and she has a free run at that ground ball. Energy levels are high for Chandler, and they're fine playing tempo town with this.
Absolutely. I mean, with a score like 10-4, how can you not take your time and have that attempt at a perfect opportunity?
It all just comes down to playing your game, and it's kind of a repeat message that I got from Ellie King from last year to translate to this year. She said, not much has changed. We just want to stay consistent, continue to play our game, and treat it like it is just another game and not raise the stakes for ourselves. Whittington, calm, cool, collective, but Rodriguez matches. A hold, and now Desert Vista have an opportunity to fight back.
Would like to see this DV defense lock these balls down in their 8-meter rather than popping them up. Chandler getting a lot of secondary opportunities off of that.
Matthews up quick, looks inside through traffic. Keys O'Sullivan had to fight off a deflection in front. I'm not even sure how that ball got to Jackie Jimenez. What a reception of a pass, but Keys O'Sullivan stands tall. Oh, and she's been swapped out, so it's actually Sam Martin in cage now for Chandler, and, well, she made the redirect that time.
Huge effort going into that by Sam. I mean, dropping her entire body there to make sure that she clips at least some piece of that ball to make sure it doesn't go in.
Desert Vista able to catch a break. They lost possession. But they get a foul called against Chandler, and they get it right back. Jimenez works alone, finds the inside, and just unable to finish by Olivia Opart. Opart started the scoring for Desert Vista, hasn't put another one in since. Whittington came all the way out to defend Jimenez. Tries to make her pay, but what an athletic move in cage by Sam Martin.
Beautiful read by Sam. Those shots from further outside the 8, much easier to track than the ones we've seen from inside.
Witt, head up the whole way, feed inside, and a finish to Lily Durgee. Ava Witt had her eyes up the entire time during that play. She scanned the field, found Durgee, and said, I choose you.
See some beautiful ball movement there by Chandler, and lots of movement. You're making the keeper do. If you can get her unsettled, get her eyes having to move, you have a much better opportunity at that cage.
Chandler just end up executing on every good look in possession they have. It doesn't matter if they settle in the attacking zone or they're working transition, they're just dialed in.
Right, they're taking every opportunity that's given to them, not wasting a fast break when they have it, and certainly willing to slow it down to make sure that they're finding the best opportunity.
Desert Vista had the draw for a second and end up losing it. This time Chandler slow things down. And the one positive you have to take away right now if you're Desert Vista is you've seen much worse. They trail by 7. That's the same number they had against Chaparral in the semifinal, but it was with much less time. Just 3:09 left in the third is when they started to come back against Chaparral. They have 5:38 here.
DV really needing to capitalize off of every single draw opportunity that they have. Chandler making DV really pay for it every time that ball gets bobbled on their offensive end.
Mia Doyle with a shot off the free position, and Rodriguez continues to play big in cage for Desert Vista. She's had 3 large saves this half. Hard ride and a push from behind.
Stick definitely too high on that ride right there. Hitting Cortese up high, hand sliding up even to be up close to that head there.
So Durgee heads to the box. Desert Vista, the entire team coming to check on Cortese. It looks like she'll be all right. sportsmanship from both sides. Just the heat of the battle gets to you, but when you see someone go down, you got to take a minute, and you're always hoping for the best. Rabbit Delgado heads over to get things started back for Desert Vista as their man up.
DV trying to find those soft spots in Chandler's ride right now as they even set up. Chandler marking up very quickly. Looks like it might be the best opportunity to just swing that ball.
Lisa Allison had to run all the way back to Alyssa Rodriguez to receive her stick, and she's the one to initiate this clear now. Back to Delgado, and here comes the double. Delgado running out of real estate, trying to fight through everything that she can, and she does. Eventually loses it, but they give it to Desert Vista. It's a close call. You wonder if it's headed out of the cradle and it's notched out of bounds by Desert Vista, or rather Chandler, and that's how DV maintained possession.
Yeah, if you're riding that ball there, knowing that she's so close to towing the line, you might just want to hang back, continue to keep pressure on body, and see if that ball naturally comes out of that stick.
Well, it was a battle to get into the attacking zone, but now an extra attacker for Desert Vista. Opart patient to begin. Opart beats Whittington on the split dodge, high to high! What a finish! Everything from Olivia Opart.
Olivia's going to finish that shot any day. She gets in nice and tight on that crease. You see her pull her defender the opposite way that she's going to move. Gets a step on her, slips right underneath, switches hands to get a better angle, and fires right onto that off-stick side. You couldn't ask for a better maneuvering into the 8-meter by Olivia.
Sam Martin has been great taking over in cage for Chandler, but when you let one of the best scorers in the state get in that tight, there is not a lot that you can do.
Absolutely. Every attacker, when given an opportunity wide open on the cage, should be able to find the composure to get it past that goalkeeper.
And you know, it was a battle of a season mentally for Olivia Opart. She started out for the first half of the season with an ankle ligament issue. You know, she would have lit up the stat sheet, probably approaching, 45, 50 goals, matching numbers on the other side of Ava Witt and Sienna Whittington if she'd played the entirety of the year. And this is where things began to get interesting earlier in the week against Chaparral, and Desert Vista have another possession. It just comes to getting the clear and into the attacking zone. Once they get there, they can navigate. Opart wants a third, goes over the top, but it's backed up nicely by her teammates. There's really just been no sense of urgency shown from Desert Vista, and I think that's a good thing, to be able to stay composed even facing a deficit.
Absolutely. Having so many passionate players on their team, it's not natural for them to be able to hold their composure, but they definitely have been able to this entire time here.
If you're the head coach of Chandler, Ellie King, I don't know how you decide for the season who to have in cage, because both Martin and Keys O'Sullivan have been playing lights out, stopping high percentage shots.
Absolutely. I mean, having an underclassman and upperclassman that have really fantastic stopping power in the cage is only an asset to the program. They're going to continue to thrive as they build the next coming years.
Whittington gets in early on defense, and what a trail check. Every battle for the ground ball matters at this stage in the game, and somehow Desert Vista continue to maintain possession. Jimenez goes high to high, and that one squeaks out.
Looks like it bounced in from that far side of the pipe. Let's see this replay here. Nice dodge going to the right. Looks for a feed. Ultimately slices right past the stick. Maybe a tip on it, but on that inside layer of the pipe there.
Martin had it tracked initially, and then she just kind of dropped the head of the stick and allowed the ball to squeak through. You take them any way you can get them. Jimenez is happy with that second of the night for Jackie Jimenez. A lot of parity between the first and third quarter here. It went Chandler getting the first, and then an answer from Desert Vista in the first quarter. It went Olivia Opart, Jackie Jimenez with the second. In the third quarter now, same trend. Just a 5-goal deficit for Desert Vista, and they win another ground ball off the draw control. Cortese backs it out to Opart. Jimenez down low to Susie. And a little bit of a different look offensively for Desert Vista, getting other players involved. They work it back to Jimenez where everything started. Jimenez with the pick and roll inside, and a finish from Olivia Opart.
Love seeing what looks more like a slip from Olivia as she moves in for that pick. You see her coming from nice and wide, nice and tight here in between both defenders, slips right through the middle, big open target there in the middle, and fires it right into the cage. Cannot ask for a better situation there, right on the top of the 8.
A contested catch on the inside for Olivia Opart, but with the stakes this high, trailing in the state championship game, you gotta catch them all, and she does just that, able to finish.
Absolutely. You can tell these picking actions were drilled into these players. They've had a lot of experience working through picks, seeing what opportunities are coming off of them, catching in a tight situation and finding that placement inside the net.
Desert Vista now winning the quarter 3-1. Ava Witt, the sole goal for Chandler in this corner. It's been 2 for Opart, 1 for Jimenez, and that one stamped a hat trick for Opart. A high check, catches Witt that time. No one to the box, but Chandler keep it.
DV has to wait for these Chandler players to initiate movement from their feet. They're seeing the cradle and attempting to go in. These refs not allowing any inches to be gained there when that foul's occurred.
Chandler would love to put a stamp on this third quarter with 40 seconds left. They've given up a couple. They'd like to get an extension of that lead back on the scoreboard. It starts with Chen. Whittington tries to feed inside, it's low, and Desert Vista look to work in transition, and they get the whistle with just 20 seconds left. Clock's still running. Just 10 seconds left on the restart. We saw Ava Witt beat the buzzer before the half for Chandler. I don't think Desert Vista going to be able to match it. And we head in the third quarter, Chandler on top 11-7, and we're shaping up for a fantastic finish here on South Mountain Lax.
My name's Kai Jenagabis, and welcome back to South Mountain Lacrosse here in the finals, where the Chandler Huskies are taking on the Desert Vista Thunder. Last time we saw you guys, it was a great third quarter, and Chandler seemed to be taking it away, but in the fourth quarter of things, it's now only only 11-7. A 4-goal lead unanswered by the Desert Vista Thunder has been outstanding. Both these teams, great lacrosse all night long, but only one can win. We'll see what happens in the fourth quarter. Will Desert Vista Thunder get some deja vu and rally back for another come-behind win, or will the Chandler Huskies, the proven undefeated squad for back-to-back years, take this thing away? We'll see what the ASU commits and Jackie Jimenez as well as Olivia Oport, the two stars for both these squads battling it off, have left in this fourth and last quarter of play in lacrosse finals.
Sports fans, we pack stadiums, arenas, and local gyms every day. And every sports fan is uniquely human. Seeing each play with your own eyes, triggering your own emotions. And as humans, we won't agree on every call, but we can act with empathy and consideration. So put yourself in the official shoes. Be more than a fan. Be officially human.
Comes down to the final 12. Or could we get another comeback from Desert Vista and some free lacrosse? An 11-7 lead for Chandler as we enter the fourth and we head back to the draw control circle. This is the direction everything started back in the first at 7 p.m. Ground ball one, opening by Mia Doyle. And just like that, the whistle goes in Desert Vista, trailing here on defense. Whittington begins the work offensively, eyes up, and we'll see just how much clock Chandler are looking to kill in each possession. Back-to-back cutters from the same side. Jimenez once again playing great one-on-one defense. Goon goes right to right, loses it in the possession, and Rodriguez able to corral the loose ball. You need every stop you can get at this stage of the game for Desert Vista. Check one.
Absolutely. This is a great recovery by our keeper here. She's going to look for the right option to get her team an advantage upfield. Steps out of the cage and re-enters, so that ball's going to turn over to Chandler.
Really good pressure by Karis Goon on the ride.
Once you've stepped out of that crease there, you cannot re-enter with that ball in your stick.
An errant pass inside allowed Desert Vista to make up for the mistake. Clearance successful across midfield, but then picked off. Great stick by Chen.
Looks like we're going to have a trip in that transition there.
Bronze went down and both teams kind of playing between the boxes here in the 30s.
Both teams really needing to lock it down here, maintain their composure, and not make these little mistakes that are causing these turnovers.
Witt goes down low, and a whistle from all the way at the top. Just about 3 minutes gone here in the final frame, and an opportunity for Lily Durgee to open things up. Durgee loses it, And a swarm of the Desert Vista Thunder come in and swipe the ground ball away.
Really nice recovery there by Fran. She's going to move that ball upfield.
A race to get the loose ball, and here come the fundamentals. Got to get low and scoop the GB. Desert Vista come away with it momentarily. Atsuji working upfield, trail check successful. Desert Vista just haven't been able to maintain possession in transition in the fourth quarter.
DV kind of clogging their own lane there as they try to make their way onto their offensive end. You'll see that they shorten their field by their attackers coming in a little bit too tight to their midfielders, not allowing enough space to operate and allowing some of those miscommunications on passes and overshots happen and ultimately cause the turnover.
Martin not in any hurry to get this upfield. Another loose ball swiped around on the floor a couple of times, and it's still loose. So much action, and eventually Heather Susi comes up with it.
We see these kinds of turnovers when teams are feeling pressured, when they're losing their composure, letting it slip a little bit. Both of these teams need to remind themselves that they need to make each other pay for every single misstep issue that might happen on the field. They've got to be drilling these balls into the back of the net and not letting turnover after turnover happen.
This is the first time Desert Vista have settled into a possession in the fourth quarter. They'd love to have the opener. Jimenez racing away, goes inside, high to high, and Martin stays true in the cage as she stuffs Roach.
Really nice save for Martin there. Love how she maintains her composure. She stays nice and statuesque as that ball's coming down to her and explodes out once she makes that read.
Hansen works upfield in transition, looks for relief, and she finds it. Quick work by Doyle, but then checked away. Everyone converging on the loose ball. Doyle came back up with it. And Doyle has the arm. So we're just about halfway through the fourth and scoreless.
DV needing to prioritize body contact on that ride, seeing a lot of checks, a lot of stick contact, but not seeing a lot of bodies in front to actually stop these ball carriers moving up the field.
Whittington drops it off for Witt. Witt, same thing back to Doyle. Doyle tries to fight through a double, can't do it. Loses it for a second, and no relief there. Big scoop and upfield now for DV. Speed on the inside, but a whistle and a free position.
We're going to see that crossbody check there. Elise maintaining her composure. Been in this situation before as a low attacker. Starting from the 12, but still a really great opportunity and quick movement for DV up the field.
Well, that's as good as it gets for DV because they were down in numbers in transition. It was only Matthews and Brandenberger working. They get it back.
We're going to see a false start there on Matthews. Looks like when you are in that kind of critical scoring area, you need to wait for that whistle to start. You cannot just self-start.
That's a tough time to lose it.
We're going to have some discussion amongst the refs here to make sure that they're clarifying anything with that, especially at such a pivotal moment in the game.
Yeah, our officials converge here. Scott Pekich running the crew along with Lorraine Peasy. Have the conversation and we'll see what the result is. Really a pivotal call on the decision that they make here. Well, they bring everyone in. Warren Orr starts to track down the field from the 50 to the 40 all the way to the 25.
Excellent officiating here, really making sure that they're making the correct call in fairness for both of these teams.
I think regardless what happens, you're going to hear some boo birds coming out of the crowd. If they reverse the call, the Chandler side going to be unhappy with it. If they maintain it, Desert Vista is going to think otherwise.
Absolutely. I mean, it really is a testament to how tough of a job these refs have. No matter what call you make, you're going to have someone unhappy, and you're going to have a thick skin and be able to continue making calls in fairness, even with some pushback from either fans.
Well, the way they're setting up, looks like Chandler will maintain possession. Speed in transition and a body on the far sideline. Contact to Whittington, and she high-fives Brandenburger in a sign of good sportsmanship, but the physicality in full effect under 5 minutes in the fourth. We remain scoreless in the fourth quarter, 4:55 to go here on South Mountain Lax. Chandler with possession. Safe to say they're comfortable hanging on to it or taking a high percentage shot to extend the lead.
Really a pivotal time here for Chandler. Can take as much time as they need.
Go inside and a good trail check and possession straight away to Cortese. She's been all over it in this fourth quarter. Triple team now on Cortese, and a whistle comes as she loses possession. It'll be a delayed restart.
Cortese fighting through everything here, a player with a ton of grit.
Brandenburger slings it over to Opart. And I think a timeout taken by Desert Vista now. Kind of a savvy veteran move by Tori Graves to take one with 4:07, because time's winding down and you're still trailing here with a pretty decent number. Late in the fourth quarter, you have to make every possession matter.
Absolutely. I think the messaging here is really to just clean this up, make sure they're playing their game, not let their passion for what's happening here tonight, a potential championship win, overtake their lacrosse IQ, making sure that they're capitalizing on every opportunity and not giving Chandler as many as we've seen them give up the past couple of quarters.
And Desert Vista, they've learned a lot since April 3rd. That was the last time these two teams matched up, a 22-8 victory for Chandler in that game. Much tighter matchup tonight, and I think that just comes through the season. You learn a lot, go through experiences together, and you're able to make adjustments, and playing a second team twice helps.
Absolutely. That second look is huge, especially if you're the team that wasn't on the winning end of that previous matchup. You've got nothing to lose. You know exactly what you're up against, and you're ready to come out swinging.
Chandler breakout first, Desert Vista to follow, and everything will come from a set piece after this timeout, and we'll see how each side has drawn it up.
Really loving seeing the energy and intensity coming back onto the field. You see DV coming back on in groups, seeing those offensive and midi lineups, conversing, making sure that they've got a hold on this plan to what they're going to take to this Chandler defense.
I think the best thing that's worked offensively tonight for Desert Vista has been the two game between Jackie Jimenez and Olivia Opart, where they run that pick and have the opportunity to either pass down to the inside and get a shot or take it on a dodge.
You really just got to get that defense communicating. Those picks are a great way to jumble them up. Get them communicating produces more opportunities for the defense to make a misstep there.
Cortese goes down low and Elise Matthews has it, feeds it off to Brandenburger. Matthews from the X, a slide comes in. Not much open on the inside into a double team, and Opart unable to handle it. And now Chandler go the other way with just 3:20 to go. Witt looks up quick. We'll see if they take a shot here. Desert Vista able to slow it down. Witt, eyes up at the cage, doesn't have an angle.
If I'm Chandler, I'm taking my time here. You only have 3 minutes on the clock. No shot clock, nothing. You can take this possession as long as you want to take it.
Opart came in with a check, and that sends her to the box. Not a good point in the game for that.
seeing some of that composure slip from both sides. A yellow card coming from Olivia there, her second of the game. Chandler still looking to push the pace as they move forward when it really would be smart to slow it down, take lots of time off this clock, and make DV pay for that lack.
Whittington makes them pay immediately. The first goal of the fourth quarter, and then extends it to a comfortable margin.
No better opportunity from that center hash. You have that center hash, you're competent as a shooter, you're confident in yourself, you should take that shot 100% of the time.
Fourth of the night for Whittington, and it's her senior swan song, as well as Ava Witt, and they've both performed in this championship game. Still 3:02 to go in the fourth, but it's a 5-goal lead now for Chandler.
Knowing DV's offense, still certainly not the nail in the coffin for them, especially if they can come out of each possession quickly here on the draw.
Just need to be calculated. Cortese in the circle up against Witt. Witt fires it forward and Whittington picks it up. Whittington looking to add another good save by Rodriguez. More whistles and communication between our officiating crew. So Chandler get it set up from about goal line, extended on the dot. And they'll look to work it around off the free position from behind. Inside look, quick stick, Ava Witt, what a finish, soft hands.
Really nice finesse finish there inside the 8-meter. Nora's already having her head up there as she lines up behind, sees that open target there, with confidence moves it and finds the back of the net.
Witt and Whittington now matching each other, each with 4 goals on the evening. Desert Vista needing to pull out some more magic for the second time this week if they want to have an opportunity to dethrone the defending champions. Battle for another draw control, no whistles this time. And scooped up by Jimenez momentarily, she keeps it.
You'll see Jimenez scoop through the ball completely, send her whole body through it, and that's the way to pick up the ball. Even if you bobble it, it doesn't make it cleanly in. You're still continuing that momentum and pushing that ball forward, giving yourself an even better opportunity to pick it up.
Susie from the eyes behind the cage feeds off to Matthews, who goes to work. Matthews looks inside, tough pass to handle, and that one off and out. Cortese gave it a shot and received it. Matthews back up top, and now Jimenez looks to go to work. A double set up preemptively. Jimenez beats it and goes far side. That'll get her pumped up.
As we watch this replay here, we'll see the double set up. Quick split for Jackie, catches her defenders on her heels, assuming that she might not go to cage. Jackie just nails it in that bottom left corner.
It's a really strong finish to be able to pull that bottom hand down and locate that shot in the bottom corner, the one spot to beat Sam Martin. And now I talk about the 4 goals for each of Witt and Whittington. Well, it's a hat trick for both Opart and Jimenez on the other side. Whittington controls possession, up by 5 and in no hurry. You're going to have to start seeing a lot of doubles from Desert Vista trying to force turnovers at this point in the game.
Absolutely. If I'm Chandler right now, I want to see what DV's pressure defense looks like. Looks like we're going to bobble the ball there. Tess Cortese is going to scoop it up.
Opportunity in transition for Desert Vista, but not a lot of time to work with. Just 62 seconds left. You need 5 in the final minute, and that's a tall task. Unable to corral it, and Sam Martin scoops it behind the cage. That should pretty much seal the deal as the celebration starts in the stands for Chandler.
I mean, looking at these teams here, you're seeing a team that never quits in DV. They are continuing to ride the ball hard, with even knowing there's 30 seconds left on the clock. Chandler maintaining their composure as they have this whole season, able to go completely undefeated. Really a huge feat for them.
They have not lost a game in Arizona since 2023. They did lose this season in California to Foothills over spring break, but all the competition throughout the Arizona Girls Lacrosse Association has fallen to the Chandler Huskies, and the trend continues tonight. Just 5 seconds left, and Sam Martin bleeds out the clock. The Chandler Huskies go back-to-back, and here come the Hogs, a bunch of lovebirds out on the field, your 2025 state champions.
Love seeing both teams come together after that hard-fought game. Really looking at both teams, tons of promise for the future as well. Chandler having a lot of young talent on that team as they continue to graduate. Other talented players, they will have plenty to fill those roles. DV having a young squad who can continue to work together and hone their skills as they move on to next year.
A 13-8 finish here at Arcadia High School as Chandler repeat as state champions, and I think everything just comes down to how hot of a start they got off to. Going up 6-0, you have your foot in the hole the whole way for Desert Vista.
Absolutely. It's always tough to come back from that kind of deficit. I think DV really proving themselves to be a third and fourth quarter team, needing to come out with as much intensity and composure as they do when they swing that kind of second, third, fourth quarter of this game.
You love to see the sportsmanship between the two teams, the handshake line at the end of the game. Two different emotions reigning through both the teams, but a win for Chandler as they repeat as state champions. And when you break down the entirety of the game and you look for a player of the game MVP type style, I think both the seniors that are headed off to ASU are in contention for that award. 4 goals for Ava Witt, 4 for Sienna Whittington. It's hard to pick between the two.
I would certainly agree. I mean, why not both, right? It would be hard to pick between both girls. They both have such important roles on the field. If we want to talk stat line specifically, you've got Ava Witt going into every single draw control, being able to start that momentum towards the offensive end. I mean, these girls are coming out of their high school seasons very accomplished, hopefully bringing that momentum forward as they move on.
Let the celebration begin for the Chandler Huskies as they go back-to-back, and they are your 2025 Arizona Girls Lacrosse Association state champions, and they'll have an incredible weekend going into this one. We appreciate everyone for tuning in. I've been Zach Warhack alongside Campbell Klein, and I know that our guy Kai has us for all the post-game action.
Oh my God. I'll tell you what.
Receiving the championship trophy, the back-to-back Arizona Girls Lacrosse Association champion, Chandler Huskies. We'd like to thank you again for coming. We hope you enjoyed the season and look forward to seeing you again next year for more exciting AGLA lacrosse. Please ride home safely. And once again, congratulations, Huskies!
Hello everybody, my name's Kai Jenagavis and welcome back to the final episode of this year's South Mountain Lacrosse Network. Joining alongside me the two head coaches for the Chandler Huskies. Guys, coming into this game and leaving it with the trophy today, how do you guys feel?
I feel amazing. This is exactly what we wanted to from the beginning of the season, and gave them a fresh start for a season and gave them a new goal of forget about the trophy last year and to earn it themselves this year, and they did just that.
Yeah, the girls hustled so hard from the start of the season, from fall ball to now. I know they had this goal in mind, and they worked so hard to get here, so we're really proud of them.
Yeah, of course, in the second half of play, what were your guys' thoughts, too, when you started getting back on a lead? I know as well, too, Desert Vista started battling back there for a little bit of a rally in the third. Were you guys worried at all, or were you guys trying to keep composure and stay calm?
I don't think we were ever worried, but it was about keeping the girls up because they worked so hard to get that lead to begin with. We didn't want them to get tired and then lose it from there.
Yeah, of course. And one final question for you guys. What was the biggest key to your guys' win tonight?
I think having a great mentality. The girls gave everything they got the whole entire game. From the start of the day, they were excited, and they just gave it everything they got, and we're incredibly proud. They did an amazing job.
Of course. Thank you, coaches, so much. Enjoy your victory, guys. You're watching South Mountain Lacrosse. Have a wonderful rest of your off season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the win.
Thanks.